planted Lake Effect 6 years ago, our goal was 4 goals. Number one, that people would know God, that they'd find freedom, discover purpose, and make a difference with their life. And we love those 4 goals. We love that goal of people finding freedom in their life. And we've always loved that mission statement. And I've always loved the name Lake Effect because Lake Effect is a weather pattern that produces fruit. If you're not familiar with what a lake effect is, all through Michigan, there are various fruit belts. There are places in our state where fruit grows really, really well. We have places where peaches grow, where cherries grow, apples grow. We have all these different parts of Michigan, and the fruit grows well because of the weather pattern that the lake effect produces. So it's kind of a good name for a church that lake effect produces fruit, and we know God wants to always produce fruit in our life. But over the last year, we've sensed a lot of changing and transitions in store for our community, and we've sensed that God's calling us in different directions, and God's giving us a different commitment and a different identity. So we've been talking lately about, should we change the name of the church? Should we drop the name Lake Effect Church? And at first I was like, no way, I like that name. It's a cool name. I love Lake Michigan. I want to keep that name because it's very important to me. But then one day I was reading in my Bible and I came across the word Stello. Stello is the Greek word that means to send with a purpose. It's the root word for the word apostolic. The whole idea of a stello is that you gather people, you prepare them, you equip them, and then you send them out with purpose. And I thought, you know what? If I would change the name of the church, I'd change it to Stello. I love that. Stello. What a cool name. Gather people, equip them, prepare them, and send them out with a purpose. That's what we did at Wednesday at Covenant House. Now, most people, when they hear Stello, they're thinking it's Stella, the beer name. It's not bad, but you got to get more traction. So I'm like, Stello. I kind of like that name. I tried that out for a while. People looked at me like, Stello? And then a few months ago, I was talking about trees, and I was talking about 2 of the strongest and tallest trees in the world are redwood trees and sequoia trees. And what makes these trees grow 30, 40 stories high is the fact that they grow in groves. These trees would not get very tall if they grew in isolation. In fact, they would fall over, they would die, they would not last long. But if a sequoia tree or a redwood tree grows in a grove, they grow stronger, they grow healthier, and they can last for thousands of years. And I thought, you know what? Trees grow better in a forest, and people grow better in community. So I thought, what a good name. Stello Grove. So that's kind of the name we've been tossing around for the last several months. Some of you know one of our online groups is referred to as The Grove, and we've been trying it out, and it's kind of sticking. So we are officially going to become the Stello Grove, a group of people that are gathered together in intentional community so we can be sent out with a purpose. So as you can see on our bulletin today, my wife did this new graphic, this little logo, which is a tree, and under it says Stello Grove. She did that. I'm so proud of her. It's so beautiful. And I love that. I mean, I just love the idea of what that name implies. It's our commitment, it's our calling, it's our purpose, it's our vision. Gather people, equip them, prepare them, and send them out with a purpose. And while we are community, the reason that redwoods and sequoias grow really well in groves is because their roots intertwingle all under the ground. The roots grow. So if one tree gets unhealthy, they can grow a strength from another tree. And so it's kind of a beautiful picture of what I think a church needs to be. We need to be a grove. We need to be a forest that encourages people to grow so we can be healthy and strong and last a long time. So that is our goal. If you want to know what is a mission statement for our church, I think our mission statement, this was really driven home even by that Henry Nouwen quote, as well as what happened on Wednesday night at Covenant House. So I think a good mission statement is our goal is to create a safe place for people to grow, make sense of your life, and discover Jesus. Those are 3 things people really need. A place to grow. Safe place to grow. Thank you. And make sense of your life and discover Jesus. I think, when we were at Covenant House, just listening to these stories over and over again, these young people and people, and not just them, they need a safe place. Safe place where they can be loved and cared for and grow. And in the process, discover Jesus. So that's where we're going. So